Motivated, I'm the truth. Going hard in the booth. All my dreams is coming true. If I can make it, you can too. Wasn't in a skipping school. Had to
The Bridge the World podcast. But everything start with the Earning ISO podcast. So please like, rate, comment, subscribe, review. We trying to consolidate our play. So most of y'all listen to us more than one time. So please listen to us on a major. I didn't say stop listening to us wherever y'all listen to us at, because some of these people complaining. No, I said most of y'all listen to us more than one time. So that second, third, fourth, or fifth time or whatever, please listen to us on a major and do us that favor. But this is ISO versus the world, and I have Ebony back, which by the time this episode come out, the first episode I recorded her should be out. So y'all should know who she is. Not like I'm going to drop this one first. And then be like, you saying she back, but who the hell is she to begin with? so by the time y'all see this, the first episode I recorded with her should be out. So welcome back.
Thank you.
Okay, so I just want to start off by saying, I don't know, because...
Well,
all right. So where should we start? Because your story sounds crazy. So you could just start off whatever you want to start off. They hear me all the time, so I'm pretty sure they be happy to hear somebody other than me.
Okay, so what happened was I got pulled over a third time for my DUI. So I had got pulled over in Maryland. So I had this outpatient class, and I realized that I needed to go to do inpatient rehab. So I went to inpatient rehab.
Okay. So you went...
Because I was drinking and doing drugs while I was in outpatient rehab.
So, okay. So, all right. So we'll start there. You ended up rehabbing for being an alcoholic, right? Is it alcohol or is it actually drinking and driving?
Alcohol, pills, coke, weed.
Because sometimes they'll send you somewhere and they'll tell you it's not for being alcoholic. This is for drinking and driving.
No.
So it's two different things. So you went to rehab for...
I went to rehab so I don't fucking go to jail.
Okay, you went to rehab so you don't go to jail. Okay. All right. Okay, makes sense. So you said you got caught in Maryland.
Yeah, in Waldorf, Charles County, Maryland, Waldorf.
Okay. I mean, you ain't got to be so specific with that, though. I mean, just let everybody know all your business. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right. So,
but you know what? You know what's funny? I just felt like I needed to stop doing drugs anyway because, I'm getting too old for that shit. That shit is for, the young kids. I started doing drugs when I was, 25. I started late. You know how everybody be in high school smoking weed and drinking? I wasn't one of those kids.
Okay.
I used to just eat my vegetables.
All right. So you started experimenting with drugs at a late age.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. How was your experience in rehab?
You know what's funny? I don't think I was ready to leave. When I was there, it was keeping me away from, the drugs and stuff like that. But I also was learning more and more about myself. And, not only do they talk to you about, your addiction, it changes you, your behaviors and how you are towards people. You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, I didn't think I was ready to go, but I had to leave because, I got 2 households that depend on me. So, and I had to go get my girlfriend all the way from West Philly to come and take care of one of them. So I had to go. But my experience in rehab was pretty good. It was good. I had started leading groups and shit in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so how long were you in there?
I was in there for 35 days.
Okay, 35 days. All right, so you couldn't stay in there. They told you once you were done, you had to go. You couldn't just say
Well, they don't really kick you out after your 30 days is up. They ask you, okay, do you want an extension? A lot of people get extensions because a lot of people that go to rehab don't really have a place to go.
Okay.
So they'll put them in another rehabilitation place, where all men or all women, until they found them housing.
Okay.
So like a lot of people that's in rehab don't have a place to go. So they stay extra days. They might stay 60 days, 90 days, 120 days until they find a spot to go to.
All right. Okay. So you didn't stay because
I have a house. I have a house in an apartment.
Okay. All right. And you got a house and an apartment.
Yeah, I didn't stay because I had to go.
Okay.
I got kids. I got little kids. And I just had to go. It was time for me to go. I didn't really want to leave because, you know, I didn't know if I was ready, but I had to go.
Okay. All right. So you said the experience, did you do good? Did you meet anybody? Did you meet friends? Did you make friends or something like that in there? Was other people that
Yes.
you could relate to them, or you just in there like not talking to nobody and like, okay, I'm just gonna be here for the time I'm here, and I'm antisocial because that's how I am. I'm an antisocial person.
That's because you're crazy.
Yeah.
But we can talk about that another time.
All right.
But yeah, I was in a room. It was 6 of us in one room. And I had got close with this girl named Valerie because she worked out. You know, I like to work out. So we had started working out. She was pretty cool. And then Stephanie is like 48. Me and her became really, really close. So yeah, but my roommate Stephanie, she was the bomb. I loved her. She was the shit. She always looked out for me and everything. Like, we shared everything. And then we moved into the one with three women, because it was only like 9 women. It was man and women on the same floor. So the men was on one side and the women was on the other side. The men's side probably fit like 20 men, I think, and the women's side fit like 9 women.
Okay.
So we moved into a 3 women room, and we just got closer. Like, that's my bitch. I love her.
Okay.
So as soon as I left, I had went and bought her like a bag of candy and brought it back to her.
And she's probably like, this it?
No.
She's probably like, that.
That's what she asked
Bag
for.
Of candy. Bag of candy.
I
that's
bought her
it?
a whole bunch of candy.
Okay.
I went to the supermarket and spent my motherfucking food stamps.
Okay. All right. Well, you know, shout out to her. Shout out to everybody that was in there, man. Hopefully y'all got the help y'all needed.
No, you know what?
What you mean no?
Because like some people that was in there, they went right back out there and fucking started doing drugs again.
Yeah. Sorry to hear that, but
a lot of people be using rehab for a place to stay.
Okay.
They don't really want that help. You gotta really want. See, I really wanted that help. Like, I didn't want to drink and do drugs no more, so I had to get my life together. I'm getting old. I'm somebody fucking grandma.
Right. Okay.
So.
Well.
Plus, I didn't want to be high no more. Like, being high and drunk all the time, that shit get boring and tiresome. So.
Okay. All right. Well, glad that you back, and I'm glad you feel better. I'm glad that you feel like
I feel like a whole new woman.
Yeah, that's good.
I gained my weight back because I was out here looking like a little crackhead a little bit. I weighed like 140, like 138, I think I was when I went in there. Now I think I'm like 160. You got a scale in here?
Nope. I ain't got no scale in here. Yeah, you was looking a little crackish. Like, she looking a little crackish. I wasn't going to say nothing, but I was like, damn.
Shut the fuck up. I was looking a little crackish. Like, I probably look different from the last podcast. Did you see? Yeah, but rehab was pretty good for me. Like, it was a good experience in there. Like, it just because I got the NA book, and it just teaches you about, about self and like how you should be as a person and like spiritual stuff, and it's a lot.
What's it called again? What's the name of it?
It's an NA book, Narcotics Anonymous book.
Okay, all right, okay, yeah. I mean,
like, it teaches you like to be humble. It's like the Bible of narcotics.
Okay.
It's like the Bible. It's like the Bible though. It's pretty good. And on Saturdays, we used to go to NA meetings. And I shared one time in my NA meeting.
What?
I shared.
You shared?
I just shared that my experience, like how I'm sharing now. And I told them that I needed to go to rehab because I was fucking doing drugs while I was in my fucking outpatient class. And I'm like, wait a minute. So I'm paying attention to my class. I'm like, hold up. I fucking need to go inside a facility and go to like rehab. I really do.
Okay. All right. So.
But rehab was a good thing. I'm glad that I went. And I'm glad I had that experience. And I'm glad that I met the people that I met. Because, you know. And plus it changed me. Like, it changed how I think now. It changed, like, because before, like, I would just be hanging with anybody. I didn't give a fuck. Like, you drink and get high. Come on, let's go hang out. So now, people, places, and things, like, I don't really hang with too many people no more like that get high. Well, I just got out on Monday. Mm-hmm. So I ain't really had a chance to hang out with nobody. But I ain't really call people that I normally would call, like, you know, I'll get high with or drink with or, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right, that's good. You know what I mean? Staying out of trouble, I guess. Or staying from around people that might get you back into that.
Yeah.
I guess. Well, okay. I have a question. Okay, I want to go back to the first time you ever. You said what did you do at 25? First time you did drugs or drunk?
Yeah, that's the first time I did drugs. What happened was my mom had died, and I was like going through something. So I was at this club. In Baltimore named Norma Jeans, and this girl, she known in the city like for beating bitches the fuck up. She came in the club and like she was like trying to bully me. So I'm like, yo, I'm gonna see you outside. So I come outside and she's standing out there, and I'm like, yo, what's up? Like, she like, what's up? So I said, what's up? I'm gonna show you how tough I am. I got in the car with her and her two niggas, which was dumb. And we drove like 3 different spots and we was fighting like 3 different times. So the third time that we fought, the guy gave her a pipe to beat me with, and I took it from her and I started hitting her with it, and the guy grabbed me. So we get back in the car and something told me to get out the car. So I just jumped out the car while the car was moving, and the car grabbed my leg underneath and broke my leg. So they all carried me to the hospital, and the girl was like, yo, I got a whole bunch of respect for you. So I was in the hospital with a broken leg, so the doctors gave me pain medication. And that's how I got addicted to taking pills.
Oh, okay. All right. That sounds crazy as shit. For y'all listening to that, don't do no shit like that. Don't do no shit like that.
Yeah, and then I started taking pills like a lot. Not a lot, but I had this like time where I didn't take them like probably for like a year or 2, but I just took them. I was just taking them.
Okay.
And then I got on fentanyl real bad. Oh my God, that was like the worst experience of my life. Like I was looking, you know what? I got on fentanyl. It was like a couple years ago. And what made me stop doing fentanyl, because you know fentanyl is 50 to 100 times stronger than morphine, Percocets, and all that, right?
Yeah, so I've heard.
Yeah. So I had got on fentanyl or whatever, and what made me stop doing it was my kids had a birthday party. So I'm looking at my phone, like, let me look at the pictures from my kid's birthday. And I'm looking at my pictures, and I just looked at so fucking high. And I'm like, yo, this shit is making me look fucked up. So I just went cold turkey one day and just stopped taking it. And I got real sick. I was like throwing up, and I had all this shit all over me. I was shitting on myself, throwing up on myself. So the ambulance had to come get me out the car and take me into the hospital. I got the whole room filled with shit and piss and throw up from taking fentanyl. Like that was like the worst withdrawal in my entire life. I never want to experience that again, ever. It was horrible.
So all right, but they say fentanyl like kill people though.
They do.
They say like a little bit of it kill people. So I don't even understand like What like how do you even? I don't want to give nobody no tutorial on nothing like that. But how do you even take it though? What, you snort it like it's coke or something like that? What do you do?
I take it like they got pills.
Okay.
And I take the pills, but it's your body. I felt like I died probably like twice taking that shit though, because I was at like Brewer and Huntington Park, and I pulled over my car. This is when I had a Lincoln. Remember I had the Lincoln, the MKT, and I had pulled over at Brewer and Huntington Park, and I was asleep. I was just done in the car for like 4 or 5 hours, and something said, "Wake up," and I just woke up out my sleep. Like I don't know what the fuck made me pull over and go to. Well, I know what made me pull over and sleep. I was high off of fentanyl, but yeah, I went to sleep. I felt like I passed out.
God
And
damn.
then one time I overdosed on that shit. Somebody gave me some shit because I had bought some cocaine from this guy, and so me and my girlfriend, we get high, whatever, and I just lay down, and my daughter video recorded me peeing on myself, and I had green shit coming out my nose. Like, it was just horrible.
Damn. I didn't know you went through all that.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Yeah, but shit.
Yeah, it was really bad after my girlfriend died.
Okay.
But this was like a couple years ago, so.
All right. What's the next?
They say you got to get a sponsor. A sponsor is someone who you confide in and you talk to when you're ready to do drugs.
Okay.
But sponsors, they do stuff for you. Like, one time I heard somebody, a sponsor gave them like an iPad, and they hang out all the time. So I'm thinking about making Vicky my sponsor, the one that just called me.
Okay, so your sponsor is somebody to help you out.
Yeah, when you're thinking about doing drugs.
Okay. All right. So most of the time, well, from what I know, those are people that used to do drugs too, and they cleaned themselves up, and that's why they help people. I know a few people that do that. You know what I mean? Shout out to y'all. Y'all help is much appreciated out here. I see a lot of people. There's a lot of people on drugs. I don't. This the thing about drugs. I was thinking about this the other day. And I was gonna do a whole show on it, but I didn't want to. To me, that just sounded like mean to just talk about it for that long for a whole show. But when people grow up, not to judge people, because y'all already say I'm mean as hell and all this and that. But my thing is, if you see, like, growing up, you seen other people do drugs. So what made y'all do drugs too?
Yeah, that's why I didn't do drugs. My mom would be drunk all the time, and I just told you what made me do drugs.
No. I'm just saying, but that been on my mind for a while, and I was gonna do a show. Talking about it, but I didn't want to seem like I was like being judgmental because people get on me and say I'm so goddamn mean.
But here's the thing, right? When people start, doing drugs and stuff like that, they don't think that they're going to become that. You know what I'm saying? They don't think that they're going to become that bum or that person that's begging for money for drugs and alcohol. Like, that's not in their brain. And then you got functional addicts. You got people who work every day, 9 to 5, who get high and drink.
Right. Yeah. I just talked about that the other day. How a lot of people are functioning alcoholics. I did just say that the other day when I was recording. Yeah, I was thinking about that, and I was like, I should do a show about that because it just boggles my mind. And then it's like when you talk to somebody, because it's somebody I know. I mean, I ain't gonna say his name on here, but when you talk to him, he's addicted to drugs. But when you talk to him, he's one of the most intelligent people I've ever had conversations with.
Yeah, you know what? A lot of people in rehab was pretty smart too. These was people, but a lot of those people was broken. Like, one girl, mom used to sell her as a kid. Another guy, family used to make him do like all this type of weird shit. Like, a lot of those people was broken. Like mentally broken, physically broken, just fucking fucked up from shit that they was going through. And a lot of people in rehab was in the system, adopted, going from house to house and stuff like that. So, shit was happening to them as kids. So
yeah, Yeah, because I was thinking about that because every time I have a conversation with just certain person, I'd be like, man, him be getting deep. I'd be like, yo, you one of the most intelligent people I ever met in my life. What made you just start doing drugs and it just don't make no sense to me. Maybe but people say I'm more of like, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not. It's not that I don't understand people, but to me, a lot of things just black and white. Like if I seen people messed up on drugs, I just didn't do it. It was just that simple for me. But what I came to realize in life is, like, even though the way my approach in life is just very, very simplistic, some people struggle with stuff in life. People struggle with stuff like that I just don't understand. And I will never understand, but I gotta be understanding that everybody's not me. Like, to me, everything is just a clear-cut decision.
Right.
No, I'm just not gonna do it.
But didn't you used to get drunk though?
Did, and I realized.
They say alcohol is a drug too.
And the reason why I stopped is because I'm like, I didn't get no real enjoyment out of drinking. I just did it because everybody else, I just come from a place where everybody else do it. Mm-hmm. Then I realized I had fun without it. You know what I mean? And then me falling the hell out and all that, I was like, am I drinking because I want to drink? I'll just drink because everybody else just around me just drink. There's a group when everybody would just grown, we just drink. So I just realized I was doing it because everybody else was doing it. And I just stopped doing that. Even with selling drugs, I was like, even though let me not glorify selling drugs. You know what I mean? I don't want to think I'm glorifying selling drugs, but I told you the story before. Told people that have been listening to me since we started the podcast story before. Even though I was good at it, I didn't like it. I was like, it just seemed like I can't explain it. It's like, I know it's not gonna get me nowhere in the long run. Even though when I first started doing it, people liked me. I was like good at it. I made like a bunch of money. And then people looked at me like I was crazy for saying, yo, you really gonna go work a real job? Don't you make money? But something about telling me just go work a real job. And I just always kept a job, and I just always worked a real job, even though people looked at me like I was stupid and crazy. But in the long run, now you look at it, now being 42 years old, a lot of people that told me I was stupid for going to work a real job and to stop selling drugs they're dead or in jail. So when you think about it, the long rule made more sense. I mean, it made sense to me because I was just like, something about this is just it's not going to work. But then when I was saying that out loud to people was like, what do you mean? We making a bunch of money. You just need to run this shit. And the people was like, well, you smart, so you just run this shit, and then you ain't gotta worry about doing nothing and touching no gun. We'll do all that. You just be the brains of it. Right. Yeah, but at the same time, something just about it just didn't feel right. Like, this is not what I'm supposed to be doing. At a time where I was good at it. So it's not like I was struggling like, yo, this shit ain't working. It was working, but I just knew it was wrong. Like, yo, it's not going to get me nowhere. And then when a friend of mine, and what I tell people all the time is some things in life worse than death. People like, what you mean by that? Like, no, when my friend, the depression and the sadness that a friend of mine had, that I went to school with, when he ended up in a wheelchair and seeing like how depressed he was, that's kind of like, see, I don't want something like that to happen to me. People just think it's automatically just, oh, well, if I go to jail, I'll just do time in jail. Or if I die, then I ain't going to sweat it. It just is what it is. No, you can be alive and wish you was dead.
That's how I felt. I felt like I was going to die. Like that third DUI I got, like I just felt like I was just going to die if I continued to do what I was doing.
Yeah, so that's how I always thought about it because I ran into a friend of mine that I grew up with, and he was like, yeah, you was right back then when you just stopped. And he was like, I thought you was crazy for just stopping. I was just like, I just felt like, yo, same thing gonna happen to us. Just like how people think that now that I'm 42, like when we was younger, people used to say, well, you know, eventually y'all gonna get older and somebody, the same way y'all push somebody off the corner, somebody younger than you gonna try to get you off the corner too. So somebody gonna be out here trying to kill you or get you out the way too. Know what I mean? The same way y'all ran people off, somebody younger than you gonna be trying to run people off. Know what I mean? You're not gonna be the youngest people out here forever. And some people was just all quick to say, fuck you, old head, I ain't trying to hear that shit. Even though I may have said that to somebody out my mouth at the time, in my head I was like, they are right. In my mind, I knew I was not gonna be 18, 19 forever. I'm like, I'm gonna be 40 years old one day. I'm gonna be 50 years old one day. You know what I mean? Am I going to even live to be that age, or I'm going to be one of them people that spend most of their life in jail and they turn 40 or 50 years old in jail? So that's just the time I was just like, because people just look at me like I was crazy and be like, yo, where you going? I'm going to work. Why would you go to work and you just made more money in a day than you're going to make in like 2 weeks of working? Right. I have no clue. I just feel like I just need to just continue to work, though, a real job. And I couldn't really explain it to nobody back then why I felt that way, so I just did it. I just went to work. So while everybody else looked at me like I was crazy. Like, yo, we can run all this shit and you gonna go to work? Yes, I'm gonna go to work. And I just always work. And I can't explain why I did that. And then now people that I've known since then that are still here and not in jail was like, yo, you was right. Oh, we just, you was right when you just took your ass to work. Yeah, for some odd reason. I couldn't even explain it back then. I was just like, something just feel like, yo, let me just go to work. I can't even explain it to people. People was like, yo, you fucking bugging, yo? You really go to work? So we just made a bunch of money, you gonna go to work. Yes, I'm gonna go to work. I can't even explain why I did it. I was just like that. So, you know, I went to like I said, I told people the story to listen to the podcast. When I went to my father and asked him, what should I do? He told me the choice is yours. He said, whatever good happened to you is going to happen. Whatever bad happened to you is going to happen. You got to take all of it. So he said, if you go to jail, your mom probably going to come see you. He said, I'm not going to come see you, though, because I'm not going to spend my day off coming to see you in jail. And like I said before, it made perfect sense to me when he said that, because you still go out there and you get in trouble and go to jail. I'm going to spend my free time coming to see you to make you feel better.
Right.
And that's why I don't go and see a lot of people in jail. I don't. It seems mean, but my thing is this. If I told you, like, don't go out there and don't do that, but you already know chances of what's going to happen to you, and you go out there anyway, and then now I'll put you on the list. For what? I'm not coming. Know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. I'm not spending my free time after I worked every day. When I told you could have been doing the same thing. And that's another thing. Let me get into this. When people be like, especially people that I know, and you tell somebody exactly what's going to happen, and then it happens, right? Mm-hmm. You know, my thing is this. I don't want to work. I don't work no job. Fuck that. Man, I don't know how you do that. Nah, I mean, that's for you. You always been the type of dude, you can get up and go to work. I ain't doing that. Get locked up. First thing you do is, yo, man, let Mike know I got a job. Yeah, such and such said, yo, he got a job. Know what I mean? He's staying out of trouble in there. He doing the right thing. When I told his ass to get a job out here in the world, he didn't want to get a damn job. You go to jail and now you want to work a damn job and you want something to tell, but you tell me that like I'm supposed to say I'm proud of that. No, I told your ass to go get a job when you was out here, when you was free out here. That's something that just boggles my mind with people. I don't want to work. I'm running around the street. Cool, that's your choice. You get locked up and then go get a job and want me to feel proud that you went and got a job in jail.
In jail.
But every job, when I told you to get a job, or
and
every
no
job
money,
I got you.
they don't even pay you.
Exactly. So,
no
so my
money
thing is,
all
all right, you're going to work every day for that. When I got you, and in the job I might have got you, it wasn't like it was a job like a McDonald's or something like that. It wasn't like you was going to make minimum wage. You know how many people I helped get jobs and they just didn't show up? Just didn't show up to the job. Didn't get locked up and they go to work. You didn't work out here when I got you a job. So.
Can you get me a job?
I can't. I don't. I can't get you. I can't get you no job. Know what I mean, what you gonna do? what you gonna do with DUIs and all that? What you gonna do with them DUIs and all? You can work on the inside. You got to fill out the application. Fill out the application. I see. You know what I mean? I might shoot it to my sister. What my sister can do. Now I mean, people love my sister. People can't stand me. I'm like the devil. I'm like the devil to people.
Your real sister?
Yeah, my sister. My sister works at the same place. Well, we don't work in the same exact building, but you know, she more friendly and likable. I'm not. So.
Because you're a grumpy old man. You're a grumpy old man.
I mean, I'm not. So. so. You know what I mean? So yeah. So that's the whole thing with me about choices people making. Like, what was I talking about? Well, I was talking about the whole thing about people choosing to do drugs.
Yeah, we was talking about drugs, and then you said you didn't like selling drugs. And then...
I didn't like. Yeah. I didn't like doing that. I didn't like the whole. I don't know. It's just something about it. It wasn't that. How can I explain it? I knew it was wrong, but I was doing it anyway. But that's not why I didn't do it. I still can't explain why I just didn't do it. I just felt like I say, what didn't, like jail and getting killed didn't scare me. Seeing people messed up scared me. Like seeing people on drugs scared me. Seeing people, like my mom used to be a nurse. So you see people and just like I tell y'all, everybody in the nurse, not call it old folks home, it's called a nursing home. So everybody in nursing home is not old. It's a lot of people, when they get their ass shot up, they get put in a nursing home. Because who gonna take care of you at the house? People still gotta get up and go to work. People that you know that's still out there in the street hustling. Ain't nobody about to stop to come help you and push you around in a wheelchair. So a lot of them get put in nursing homes. Everybody in a nursing home is not old. People quick to say, it's an old folks home. No, it's a nursing home. Know what I mean? Some people, when they get the hell, when they get into shit and they get shot, or they get shot in the head and they become a vegetable, or they get paralyzed, something like that, and they need people to take care of them all the time. A lot of people, they get put in some get put in nursing homes. So everybody in nursing home is not an old person. Mm-hmm. I didn't want to be like that after seeing people like that. That's what scared me.
Yeah, that is scary.
I do not want to be some 20-something-year-old and my best friend is somebody 80 because we both in wheelchairs. Stuff like that is what scared me. You know what I mean?
You was just a scary motherfucker.
No, something like that is what scared me. Living like that scared me.
Yeah.
Not dying and going to jail wasn't that didn't scare me. That's what scared. I was like, who want to be like that? Who want to be? This dude really 20-something in here. He in a nursing home from getting shot the fuck up. Who want to live like that? You know what I mean? The way I'm thinking, like, I'd just rather been dead. Who want to have somebody look behind? Like somebody got to take care of you and wait on you hand and foot. You really got to be in here because the majority of people in nursing homes are older people. But what you gonna do with your quality of life? Like, what is it gonna be? Like, I know people that since we was 20-something, they gotta walk with a cane like an old man from getting shot up. So your quality of life is messed up. People just think it's automatically die, go to jail. No, it's a whole bunch in between that. It ain't just I'm just gonna die, go to jail, and then that's what it is. No. You can get shot up and still much very be alive, but be all the way fucked up or stuck or what they say bedridden when you can't get out of bed without assistance. Mm-hmm. So all that is stuff that I used to think about. That type of stuff is what used to get to me. And it's not like, so that's why some people was asking me, what made you stop doing it? It's not that, I knew it was wrong, but that's not what made me stop. Like that happened to me is what made me stop. That right there really wasn't nothing. It really wasn't nothing else. It's not like I had some type of change of heart or something and saying like, oh no, selling drugs is wrong. I was like, no. Then one of them guys I met in a nursing home, he was only like 20-something. He was only like a couple years older than me. But he was like stuck in a nursing home because who want to wear a colostomy bag for the rest of your life? Mm-hmm. So that's stuff that people don't think about. People just think about death and jail. No, it's a whole bunch in between that can happen to you. So that's why that kind of like slowed me down from doing that. And I just felt like it was like, just go to work. I used to go to work and I just made more money than I was going to make in this check. And I used to still go to work. So people couldn't understand that. Like, yo, why is you going to work, yo? Why do you work a real job? That don't even make no sense. I was just like, I don't know. I just do it.
You know, a lot of young people, they like fast money. People don't really like working hard for their money like that no more. At least young people. I mean, our generation was a lot different than the generation is now. These kids out here now, they don't want to do nothing but be on the internet
Yeah.
and fucking kill each other, and that's it.
Yeah, because that internet is now something that's like, because I'm different. Like I said, I'm 42, so I live half my life with it, half without it. Some of these people, they live their whole life with it. They don't know nothing else. Just like I ain't get a cell phone until I was a grown man. It's little kids that got cell phones now. I ain't get a cell phone until I was a grown man. So I kind of lived some part of my life without it. So it's not the end all be all for me. So it'd be hard for me to understand why that shit means, like a phone means so much to people, because I lived half my life without it. So it's not the same as like a kid now. Kid now, like, they whole world gonna end if you take their phone away. Like, and there's people, just like my man Ernst say, when you look at the screen time on some of these kids' phones, they literally spend like hours and hours on their phone. You know what I mean? So I don't know how, if you think about it, I don't know how somebody can spend 8 to 10 hours a day on TikTok. What is on TikTok that much that you were on there for long as people work? That's like a work shift.
Yo, these kids, they get lost in their phones.
Yeah.
They get lost in that shit. And if they don't have it, yo, you take your kid, that's worse than fucking beating their ass. You take their phone, yo, that's it.
Yeah.
They gonna die.
Yeah.
They want to run away, call the cops.
Yeah, so yeah, and that's, I mean, it's a lot of grown people are like that too, but a lot of people that's younger than me are like that, and that's why, I mean, I think I told it before. One of the things that just irritates the hell out of me in life is people constantly bumping into you because they're not paying attention where they're going, looking at their phone. I don't know how you walk across the street looking down at your phone. Like, you can die from that.
Yeah,
you
that
can
don't
die
make
like
sense.
That. You know what I mean? It's people that constantly just constantly run into you, or they almost run into you, or they walk into poles, or they walk into doors, literally because they looking at their phone, or they almost about to get hit by a car because they are literally looking at their phone. I just don't understand how you just can't pick your head up for a minute to cross the street. That makes no sense to me. But that's how people are now. That's just the norm. So, just like it's times when you in a public bathroom, it's like, person don't put their phone down, put their phone in their pocket to go to the bathroom. And you be looking like, dude, my man just had his phone in his hand the whole time? Like that's just crazy to me. How that shit means so much to people. You know what I mean? So, because it just don't. Like I said, I spent half my life without a cell phone, so it ain't that's why people be like, well, I hit you up. Bro, my phone is like on the charger. Like, I'm not one of them people, like, my phone is like on a charger. I can be like away from my phone for like hours. It don't bother. I'm not one of them type of people. Like, and that's why some people are looking at me like they don't understand that. Like, yeah, I hit you up.
Yeah, like, as soon as I sit my phone down, my 8-year-old just picks it right up. My phone be sitting down for like the hour or two, and I turn around like, where the fuck my phone go at? My 8-year-old got it.
Yeah, so I mean, that's what it is now. So I mean, but anyway, you know what I mean? So get back to you and your crazy ass life.
Yes, my life
is
crazy.
So now that you out of there, out of rehab, what are your plans for the future?
Well, I want to open up my own rehab. I actually went downtown yesterday to go get my license and figure out everything I need to open up my own rehab place. Okay. Do you know back in the day, it was $8,000 a month for each person. Okay. But now I think it's like $12,000 a month. So if I get like 20, 30 people in the building, we'll be making some bread. Yeah. And you know, that's all through insurance.
Yeah, because a friend of mine, he wanted to partner up with me and do that a few years ago.
Why you didn't do it? That's money.
Because I didn't get sidetracked. The plan was The house that we in right here was supposed to get sold. I ended up not selling it. So I ended up not going through with it because I was going to use the money after I sold this house that we in right now to do that. But it just never got around to it because they just kept telling me when I went down to City Hall, it was like, well, they kept telling me about all different programs that would pay me and all of that. If I get like something, I think it was like either a 3-story house or like a small like apartment building. And they would tell me they would help me do all of that stuff.
Oh, so you went downtown already?
I was down in I forgot, I was in one of them city council people's office down in City Hall. And I went down there for something else. And I was down there for something else. I was down there, I think I was down there asking about a vacant lot or something like that. How do I go about the city selling me the vacant lot? And they told me to go.
Oh, the lot over here?
No, not that lot. A lot like that's up in it's like Southwest. It's like University City. I don't even think it's there no more. I think somebody else bought it. But that's what I was down there for. And I got to talk to the person who was talking to me and talking. And they said, well, what you trying to get the lot for? I said, so I can build a house. So they said, well, she's telling me about build a 3-story house. And, if you can get people in there, we'll pay you this amount. He just started breaking stuff down to me and all of that. And I just ended up starting to have a whole conversation with him about it. And then I just ended up never going through with it. But somebody told me about that years ago. That we need to try to do that. That, people for rehab, and a place for veterans, people that were in the military and all that need housing, stuff like that. I just never got to. But he broke all that stuff down to me when I was in the council person. I think I was in Miss Jane. I think I was not mistaken, it's Miss Janie Blackwell's office. And the person that was in there we just got to talk and he just telling me all that stuff. But I just never got around to doing it. And I just
because there's a lot of money involved with it.
Yeah, he's breaking it. They's breaking it down to me that they would help me with everything. They give you money for everything, and of course, like you said, they give you money for each person. They would help me get the property. They wanted to build on it, help me build on it. So I just never went through with it. So good luck with that. Hopefully, that work out for you. You could change some lives. Changing, as far as really change your own, but then also help some other people change their lives too. And what else I want to say? I be losing my train of thought. Okay, that's what you said you're trying to do now. Mm-hmm. So what have you been up to though?
I just got out on Monday, so I ain't really been doing nothing. I went down. I got my hair braided.
As we can see.
I was downtown.
Cause you was looking a little rough though, don't you? I ain't want to say nothing. I was like, yo.
Shut up. I was downtown on Tuesday because I told you I went to the municipal building because I had wanted to know what I had to do to open up a rehab place. They was like, well, you gotta get a commercial business license or something like that. But she said that's with the state. So I would have to I gotta figure out where is the state building at. I thought the municipal building was a state building. What the fuck? Yeah. So I'm gonna go to City Hall, like you said, and try to figure something out.
They'll point you in the right direction. Depends on where you want to where you want to have it at, where you want to put it at. You got an idea? Well, I don't want you to say all that because then somebody else will be sitting here listening to it, snatch your whole idea. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So we ain't gonna talk too much about it. You know what I mean? But good luck with that. Anything else you want to talk about?
Oh, yeah, and I'm thinking about suing the rehab place I was in because one of the ladies who worked there is my baby father's aunt. My baby father's other baby mom aunt. And when she seen me in there, she called my baby father, her niece, and told her niece that I was in the rehab place. And it's against Gardensia in the handbook. Okay. You cannot tell that who's in there, clients is in there and stuff like that.
Okay.
So I'm gonna call a lawyer tomorrow morning and see and I still got my paperwork because I wrote her up for it.
Okay. All right. Well, hope that go well for you. Know what I mean, damn. Small world. So.
Cause she seen my baby father because he was bringing me my clothes up there, and she seen him at the front. She was like, "Samir, what you doing here?" And then I didn't know it was her. She realized it was me because she came because I was on the detox floor. So she came in the room and she was like, "Oh, you don't remember me? You don't remember we went through something?" And I'm like, no. She like, "Yeah, I'm Shay Aunt Brenda." And I was like, "Oh, okay, you did look familiar."
You saying a lot of names on here,
So what?
Hey, all right. It's up to you. What? Okay. Damn. All right. See, I can't even remember what I was asking you on the first episode we did. That joint was so long ago, and I ain't seen it since then. I know I wanted to ask you something else.
I think it was about when I started dancing.
I did. It was. Okay.
But you know, the years that I was dancing, I didn't want to.
This ain't gonna be. Well, this ain't the first time he's up here. It's probably ain't gonna be the last. So I don't need to ask you nothing else. This is a dope episode. Talking about your life. You got any more stories you want to tell? You want to save for later?
God, I got so many stories, but we're gonna save them for other podcasts. My experiences in dancing and customers and stuff like that.
All right. Well, thanks for coming and being on here. Like we said.
Anytime.
I said thanks to the people out there for listening. For all the love and support y'all show me. It's very, very overwhelming that something we started in the middle room of my house could become something that's like worldwide that people care about. That still like blows my mind. But I just like thank everybody. So, and we done. I mean, it's a wrap for this one. Like I said, this ain't the first one. This ain't gonna be the last one. So, Ebony, I'd like to thank you for being here.
No problem. Anytime.
You know what I mean? So, like I said, any of y'all want to support her in what she do and look out for her, you know what I mean? We'll have a Cash App.
I don't have Cash App.
Oh, you don't have Cash App? Now we got to get
Zelle.
you one. Zelle, Cash App, yeah, Cash App, Zelle. Know what I mean? We'll have that for y'all. Know what I mean? Y'all want to support her, what she do, know what I mean? Know what I mean? Support her, what she trying to do.
Support me because I'm trying to open up this rehab place.
All right, so you gonna have people on there asking me, well, what is it? What you want to right? Know what I mean? Support. Know what I mean? Can't get nothing done with no money. Not without money. People think stuff get built with no money. You know what I mean? Everybody be like, oh, that's good. He's trying to support with some goddamn money. $5 or $10 ain't gonna hurt y'all. But anyway, you know what I mean? It's a wrap. Like to thank y'all for listening to me. You know what I mean? Like I said, everything start with earning ISO. So for ISO, I am ISO. For Earn and ISO, you know what I mean? Thank y'all, you know what I mean? Because they all started with that. And now I do my own thing. Well, I don't do my own thing, but I just do my thing on the side. So just thank y'all, man.
Vision can't be falling, can't be slipping. This world full of competition. If you really tryna grow, you gotta make the right decision. Cause the world is yours, you gotta get it. No love, no love, no love. No love, no love, no love. No love, no love, no love. No love, no love.